All right, folks, welcome back yet again to another edition of the Bibs Corner podcast. And this is a big one. It's the last three episodes of Bel Air, the Peacock show. Instant hit, as far as I'm concerned. Instant hit as far as the timeline seems to be concerned. People that actually watched it, because there's still people complaining about the show existing without actually giving it a chance. But today, finally, after not being able to make it happen for the first 7 episodes, I finally got Shad and Reese on here at the same time to talk about these last 3 episodes. Personally, they brought it home. I saw like a lot of people saying like those episodes 8 and 9. It was like, I don't know if I'm liking how this is wrapping up. But then episode 10 brought everything home for me. At the very least, I shed a tear. I'm not gonna lie, and you can tell by what they did at the end of this series that having that second season guaranteed allowed them flexibility to leave us on a big cliffhanger, which I expected. I mentioned in one of the previous recaps that I expected them to leave us on a big cliffhanger. And again, that's what that security and knowing that you're getting another season allows you to do. So with that established, a lot happened in these last 3 episodes. So we're going to get into all of it. But before we do, Shad, drop your socials and let us know how these first few episodes did, or last few episodes worked for you.
All right. Shad Miller 13, Twitter, the Uncle Urban on everything. Shad Miller on Instagram, even though I'm just gonna tell you how you shouldn't share all your information on social media. How I barely like tell you if I had the sniffles one day. But that's another story. But yeah, just check me out everywhere. I'm gonna still be talking about something if it's not wrestling or sports or television or movies. I'm gonna be talking about something. So definitely follow.
All right, and okay, these last 3 episodes at least, like how are you feeling after watching those?
Again, like you said, since it was guaranteed 2 seasons, like we knew, because that's how Will announced it. Shout out to him and
That's a dangerous
shout out to
thing
my
to do
guys.
right now.
Shout out to the guys. But knowing that they were gonna get a guaranteed second season, definitely, without no spoilers, the little question mark that was at the end of the final episode of the season was good, and we'll get more into that when that section comes. But yeah, it
Those
they had 8 and 9 threw me for a loop because everybody was talking in circles. Everybody was hiding this big secret, and it was like, okay, um, y'all got to tie this in at some point. You just can't leave like 10 with no type of you know resolution to this problem. So yeah, I liked how they brought it on home.
okay. Reese, socials, and how are you feeling after these last 3 episodes?
Mind the Reese on Twitter. Mind the Reese podcast. We just actually released a episode on Saturday. Mind the Reese on YouTube. I will be getting back on YouTube shortly, but yeah, I heard you mention that some people were unsure about 8 and 9, and for me, like 8, 9, and 10, each episode, I was like, man, this is my favorite episode of the season so far. Then like 9, I'm like, damn, this is my favorite episode. Then 10, I'm like, all right, this for real. It's my favorite episode. Like you said, the fact that we knew, or maybe everybody didn't know, because not everybody looks up news like that. Maybe some
Right.
people didn't know a season 2 was already confirmed. But for the people that already knew a season 2 was confirmed, you probably have the feeling as the show gets closer to the end, the way they've written this show so far, they don't rush things. They don't just force things in. So you're not expecting them to do that now. So it's probably not all gonna wrap up by episode 10. It seems like maybe they're doing two parts to a whole story with seasons 1 and 2. I guess we'll see. But I was satisfied, man. I didn't necessarily need the whole story to wrap up, because I wasn't expecting it. But what they did manage to pull off was, it was fantastic. Got some tears out of me, you know. So pretty sure we'll get into all of that. But,
oh yeah.
Some things I like, some things I didn't like, but the things I like definitely outweighed the things I didn't like.
Awesome. All right, so it sounds like we all at least enjoyed the ride in some way, shape, or form. So let's get into these episodes. So episode 8 is the episode after the party, after Will and Lisa consummate the relationship, if you will, after Phil chased Vivian down to San Diego and made it awkward at the art event, and after the Kylo party where Hillary decides she's going to compromise her morals and Jazz isn't feeling it. So at the beginning of the episode, we find out Carlton's been punished. Phil pulled strings again to cover up the party, which goes back to that talk that him and Carlton had about how he's pulling strings for Will, but not for him. This feels like this probably wasn't the first time Phil pulls some strings, but maybe the first time that Carlton actually paid attention.
Right.
Will is also on punishment, but they postponed it because his mom is in town for his birthday. Let's get into this mom stuff, folks. When she first arrived, she mentions that she wants to tell Will about his dad. So at this point, it felt pretty clear that the pressure was on about Will learning about his dad, right?
Yeah. But no, you know what the weird part was?
Go ahead.
They like when you find out what happened. Like I know I'm jumping the gun here, but when you find out what happened, you like that's it.
Yeah,
that's what you were hiding. That's the big secret.
When the way they went about it was like it was a lie.
They made it seem like they did
he
something.
Was John Gotti.
Like when they said, I think on Viv said, "Do you realize he could hate us after this?" Like,
right.
And then I learned, I'm like, well, how the hell was he gonna hate y'all? Like, did y'all call the cops? Did y'all put him in like?
When they said that Phil was his lawyer later,
give me the police.
When they said Phil was his lawyer later, I was like, did he like sabotage him?
Like, yeah, like did he? Because Phil said up? He didn't believe him.
So no, this was no. That's what I was just about to say, Reese. What it was, like, it was a real shady thing because he was guilty until proven innocent. You know what I'm saying? In Phil's eyes, all he like simply told was the crime. Like I said, we jumping because we didn't find out what he did till 9.
We're supposed to be talking about the mom,
but no, what she did. 10. Oh yeah,
yeah.
We really didn't find out all that till 10.
Oh no, that was 10. That was 10.
We really jumping.
Yeah. So let's focus on moms. Let's focus.
Like
on
I said, his mom, like yeah, we jumping the gun in this too. She goes to the beach and she's telling them like, he was like this, he was like that. Like, it's just not a man you want to know. And I was like, okay, what is this unspeakable act? And like, did he kill someone? Did he, did he embezzle?
We get into that. We'll get into that. We'll get into that. We get way too ahead. Let's go back to mom. So the main thing with mom in this was, so she mentions that she wants to talk about his dad, but the bigger thing that comes up is the drama between Vi and Viv.
Yeah.
The first argument that they have in this episode is about Vi taking care of their mom when she was sick and Viv living her life.
And how she basically funded that life at the beginning.
Yeah, like how all the sacrifices Vi made so that Viv could live her life.
Which, like I did in the first few episodes for everybody listening to that, it's a reference to something that the Vi in FP used to do a lot.
Not FP.
That she used to basically say, I was like, with mama, I was, everybody, I took care of you, your Aunt Janice, and this and that and the third. So basically, Vi is still on that. I took care of everybody. But what did I get at the end of all this? I got Will. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking, if that was my mom, I was like, Are you mad about that? Like, what's up?
This is a common like family thing. Like this is a thing that happens a lot in families. I'm personal experience. This happens in my family, with that one aunt that decides to be the caretaker and feeling like I took on the world and everybody else just did whatever they wanted. Like nobody else came back to help and blah 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 blah. So this stuff like hit home heavy, and
Can
I'm
we
sure
talk
it will
about
for a lot of people.
It was typical black
Can
family
we
drama.
talk about how the last episode we did? You kind of jumped the gun with this prediction because when Hillary was talking about the issues between Vi and Vivian in episode 7, I think it was episode 7, and you was like, "Oh man, did Phil sleep with Vi? Is Phil Will's real dad?" I'm like, "Come on now."
I heard that, and I said,
take it to the extreme.
I was like, man, I don't think it can. Look, I know this is a rewrite, but I don't think they rewrote it that crazy.
That would be some wild stuff.
But
No, he got with Vivian and Viola. He was just, some about them V's and them names. He said, I gotta get it.
I understand, this route is not out of character. It's not too far from the original, but it just kind of annoyed me.
You didn't like the argument between the sisters?
Mainly at the party, which I'm sure we'll get to. I don't want to.
That was embarrassing.
Oh, I don't want to jump too far.
Oh man.
But yeah, at that point, I was like the conversation about her taking care of mom. I'm like, all right, I get it. That's your mother. You felt like you took care of her alone. Where were y'all? Where was y'all help?
The
Even though
birthday
she did
gift.
say like they money and stuff was sent down to help. She was like, yeah, but you weren't physically there. That toes the line because it's like, I'm all the way in California. I got kids. I got a life here. I got things to take care of. Like, I'm here. I'm able to send that money because we're here taking care of things.
Exactly.
So, but the birthday party, yeah.
Yeah. And
I chose a side at that point.
Here's how
that's
she's getting flown out on the private jet. She's coming to this huge mansion and she's comparing herself and thinking, why don't I have these nice things? And it's because I was doing this. Like she's out loud justifying why she isn't where her sister is. That's how I saw it initially. Which right or wrong, it's huge.
No, what it was for me was like she was comparing gifts.
Thank you.
I was trying to avoid going
No, because you gotta go into that.
We going all the way.
First of all, I was like, Jordan signed a pair of off-whites.
First of all, you mad talking about, oh, you just had to outdo me. All she had to do was get the guy a t-shirt and it would have outdid your gift. I understand sentimental value, but he's 17 years old. For his 17th birthday, you get him a goddamn framed picture of a picture he's probably already seen or currently has.
No. Remember, he said he never saw the picture before.
Oh, okay. Now you've seen the picture. He's like, what now?
And then this is the thing. This is where like,
did Jordan sign the picture?
Hey, you stupid. Allen Iverson signed the picture. He didn't look on the back. Hey. No, but this is the thing.
Iverson took the picture.
No one caught. I've never seen this picture before. Who took it? No, this is what made me like for everybody listening, y'all about to hear some jumping back and forth. So basically, the picture of him is him as a child, and then she asked who took the picture. Then they tried to cut off. Oh, let's go to the next gift. And again, that's when you kind of lean back on episode 10, what he said to Will. And Will just, of course, the fact that, his mom made the sacrifice. His mom was there for him the whole time because he didn't know where he was, and whether he knew where he was or not, it is what it is. But the fact that they was really acting like that man didn't try. I mean, that's all I'm going to say about that.
I don't think we'll get to that because I don't think that's what they were doing.
But at the same time, you can't say, your father took the pic. Like, he knew he was in his life initially.
It's simple. Yeah, they did.
It's not like he was completely.
They did reminisce.
But the fucking Jordans, I'm not letting that go. The only reason she was so upset is because everyone else was like, "Oh, look at this gift." His friends not to be like, "Oh, look at that picture of you as a kid." Baby. They about to say,
"Look at you,
oh, you got these J's signed by the GOAT."
Right.
Like, Come
His
on,
mom
bro.
was being ridiculous. In
And
that.
she's
they
sitting over there like,
white.
oh, you just had to outdo my gift. I'd have been like, girl, if you don't get out my face.
How am I gonna compete with Michael Jordan and the dead man?
Right, like his friends are not gonna be like, "Oh, dang, a baby picture of you."
Hey,
That's what's up,
hey,
homie.
Reese.
Like, what
She act like
you
Virgil brought the shoes in the house.
On God.
Oh man, so that was bad. Before that, when they first started to try to argue, Will was the one who stopped it from happening.
Right.
Like he popped in and stopped it from happening. But things keep coming up over the course of the episode. We find out that Viv was on stage at the D'Angelo concert. We find out Vi got Viv her first paint set. Basically, launched her into that painting, like took care of her, nurtured her gifts, if you will. Vi got upset at Will because she thought that he was giving his aunt and uncle too much credit. Again, foreshadowing for what was about to happen at the birthday thing. Like during their conversation, she's like, "Wow, you make it sound like they raised you." It's like, man, he been out here for a couple months. He's just telling you what's been going on.
Exactly.
Like,
relax.
why are
with
you
your
so
bitter
tight?
What was
ass.
he supposed to say? It was
Right,
horrible.
like,
they got me in private.
How
school.
you the bitter
Start
baby mama and
basketball
you
player.
raised the kid?
Again.
Right. Like
Come
she's
on,
so
man.
defensive. Like she ain't been there for 16 and
She
3/4
annoyed
I
me.
years.
drive a
episode,
Lexus
though.
truck. I
I mean,
drive a Lexus truck now.
She fine as hell, but she annoyed the hell out of me.
Yeah, she was. I don't know why she was in her feelings like this. And they I will say the show did a good job of like this didn't just come out of nowhere. Like
Right.
even when they were having the conversation about Will deciding to stay, you could see the uneasiness of her not wanting to let her boy go. So like she's bringing all that to this situation, and now again she's super defensive as soon as she hops off the plane. What else happened between them? Let's see.
But you can tell by them conversations, like when Hillary did bring it up to Ashley, like the beef. I mean, yeah, they barely talk. This is why they barely talk.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for this situation, they wouldn't be talking right now.
It's just like,
Yeah.
I understand the bitterness to some point. I think she's a bit extreme about it, but you don't go out of your way to help family, let alone siblings. Go out of your way to help siblings, make sure their future is set, and then throw it in their face that you helped them and help them get where they were when they finally get there. Because now at this point, it sounds like, oh, I did this because, when you get big, you're supposed to help me. No, you're doing it because you want to see your sibling be great.
Right. Like, did you feel entitled to financial compensation? Like,
and let's be honest, just because you can't say, oh, if I ain't help you, I'd be here. You probably wouldn't. Can you paint? You got a talent?
Where's your talent?
Right.
It ain't taking pictures because you ain't take the one you gave to Will. So
his father did. No, I'm playing. But no, like that was something I just accidentally like foreshadowed the last episode. Will literally said the same thing that I just said about how like they barely talked. Will basically said the same thing. He said, "I didn't even know y'all. I didn't even know y'all until this situation." So I was like,
where were they at? But
what was everybody? Yeah. So basically, you look, he's his mother's son for real.
Yeah. So
where were y'all at?
So here's the ultimate, like after that argument happens at the party, Vi apparently doesn't know where she is. She doesn't care that she's embarrassing her son at his party. She goes all the way to the I carried you, and the second you didn't need me, you erased me from your life. And now my son wants to do the same thing. Like she just laid it all out. All the feelings that she had been holding on to and alluding to, she just said it straight up. Like, you erased me once you didn't need me. You didn't care all the sacrifices I made. Now you've taken my son, and it looks like my son is also erasing me. It's like, good God, Vi. Like, are you okay, baby?
Man, look. The only difference between Hey, the only difference between that argument and the FP Vi argument was that nobody was marrying a white man. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Wait,
it's literally
Janice
the
Janice
same.
was the one marrying
Janice,
white man, right?
yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Janice married the white man, but it was the same argument. It was literally the same thing that she told Will. Oh, so now you know more than me. Like, it was the same argument, except, like I said, Janice wasn't marrying a white man in this episode. That's the only difference. Other than that, it was this like almost like, in words of the famed lyricist Draco Soldier Boy said, word for word, bar for bar. It was almost the same argument. I said, okay, so Vi is always gonna go over the top when it comes to what she did for this family. That's just how it is.
Yeah. So overall, I think we're all on the same page. Will's mom was tripping.
Oh God.
Just like Trey was tripping.
Oh God.
It must be something
about them Philly, man. Yeah. Motherfucking Philly motherfuckers too sensitive. Meek Mill. My God.
Oh man. So that all occurred. What else do we have to talk about? Let's see. That's really most of.
Yeah, that was most of the, like, it wasn't really, unless I don't remember. Yeah, unless I don't remember, that was really like the main plot. I don't remember there being a B plot, C plot type
There's
thing.
a couple. Let me see here. I'm gonna find it.
Yeah, like nothing came to a head till 9.
Yeah, see, I have a note here that the congressman told Phil to get his family in order, so that was a little bit of alluding to what was going to come. What else do we have? Hillary has a convo with someone, I don't even know who it was, about like, does the was it the thirsty chef? There we go. Does the thirsty chef reflect who she really is?
Carlton and Will had that convo about Lisa.
Did they have it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta find it.
I think it was at the party or sometime during the party.
That was the episode before.
No. I'm talking about his birthday party.
Oh, okay.
After they slept together, after Carlton, saw that, he was like, "Are you okay with this?" Something like,
I didn't even take any notes about that. That's wild.
I just remember that.
Yeah, he was kind of on some.
It was quick,
but he didn't want it because he was like, I still don't like seeing it. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay,
she ain't coming back to me, so
right. Kind of like an acceptance thing. Like, it's time to let it go.
Let's see. Phil asked Jeffrey to make sure that Lou doesn't pop up on Will in this episode. There it is. That was the other big one.
Oh yeah, that's when they was doing the joint outside, the sparring.
Oh yeah. And Jeffrey pushed back.
Yes.
I F with that.
I F with it too. And also I want to know more about Jeffrey, because like what's
going on with his
son thing. I wonder
Jeffrey
if that's kind of going to be
ghost.
Like, as Shad would say in FP, I know there was something about Jeffrey's son. So
a cloak.
Maybe
that is going to be interesting.
That is going to be interesting.
They're going to get Dom. They're going to get Dom St. Idris to play his son from Snowfall.
Hopefully he have a better
You don't have to do an accent. You don't have to do an accent if he's from London.
That's facts.
That's what I'm saying. Like
he can do his regular voice.
Oh boy,
mine's them.
Look,
that's his regular. He got a British accent.
Mine's them. Never use accent. But yeah, it definitely showcased the friendship between Phil and Jeffrey. It's like, even though Phil is talking to him this way because Phil is passionate about it, he's like, look, motherfucker, what I say goes, you work for me. But at the end of the day, they're actually friends, because Jeffrey would not be openly being this honest with him about it if they weren't.
Right. And you could tell, like we said, like there's something like Jeffrey speaking from personal experience about not wanting to cut a father off from his son, because he's had to deal with that, and obviously he's not cool with it. What else happened? Oh, Phil proposes to Frank that after the debate they'll decide who drops out of the race. Like whoever's leading in the polls after the debate, the loser has to drop out of the race. So this lets us know there's going to be some type of resolution to their beef, one way or another. So that was a good moment. We don't really have to go into that. Let's see.
Will and Jeffrey at the end of the episode.
Yeah, I was gonna say the quote that Jeffrey used in the conversation with Phil was, "I'm not that type of brother. It doesn't sit right with me." like when he's asked to cut
No,
Jeff
no,
or
no,
to
no. He
make
said,
sure he doesn't
not
come
that
in.
type of brother.
I'm not that type of brother.
On this episode of
Don't
Top
sit
Boy.
right with me. And then,
Top
Phil, and then Phil says, "You work for me," again, which I hate that, man. I genuinely hate that. Like, somebody's trying to have a real conversation with you, you gonna throw their employment in your face, like
Yeah.
that. And he's done it multiple times now at this point.
And it's all about
It's
Lou.
pretty much
It's been
every.
Lou. It's been about Lou every time.
Yeah.
When
So
it wasn't even that serious.
you mentioned the conversation that Will had with his mom, where he learns a little bit about his dad. And she basically tells him that he was a get rich quick type of guy, and that she paid his debts and cleaned up his messes, but she changed after she had Will. And she says that maybe that's why he ran off. Because he couldn't use her anymore. Again, this felt like an unnecessary lie.
Unnecessary lie.
The whole plot of his father was an unnecessary
Like, what makes you
lie.
think? What would a child rather hear? My dad went to jail for 13 years.
We gonna get into that. You had it
Yeah,
again.
that's what,
Head of the game. We'll get into
that's
that.
why. Look,
I'ma
you
save
see,
it.
I tried so hard not to
I'm
say
gonna
it.
save it.
We're bringing it home. We're almost done with this one. So Hillary decides to leave Kylo. She's gonna owe him $50,000 to buy out her contract. I made a note that Jasmine had a Chloe Bailey line. I can't remember what it was. If either one of y'all do.
He did have a Chloe Bailey line, but I can't remember.
I remember that too.
Dang.
Can't
All right.
remember what it is.
I think Vi tells Carlton that Will always wanted a brother too.
Yeah.
At some point in the
And he
episode,
finally has one. Yeah.
right? Because remember, the earlier in the series, Carlton says he always wanted a brother, so we get that double connection between the two. We already talked about the gift. After the argument, the two moms go off their separate ways, and both of their sons talk to them, and that was a good moment for Will and Carlton.
Hold on, let me circle the block on that.
Okay.
I always want a brother. He finally realized it after a freaking breakdown that Will was not the enemy.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. It took you at your lowest point to realize this fool is just doing him. If I was just doing me, I wouldn't be here right now.
Exactly. So again, I'm glad that their relationship is where it is, and we'll get into that some more in these last couple episodes. The last two notes I have from this episode were like you mentioned, I did have this note. I was just realizing that I had it at the very end. Carlton asked Will to promise he won't hurt Lisa.
Right.
And then, like, at the very end, Will asked Jeffrey to find out about his dad. So a lot of stuff was put into motion. And then we get to episode 9. The episode begins with them going to church.
Yes. Hallelujah.
For the first time, I think, in the entire
And I'm
series.
gonna give the same note that I've been giving everyone
I'm
on
scared.
social media. It wasn't enough take your time, babies, for me.
Dog. Me and my mom were like,
Ain't nobody say that
No.
once.
me and
Nah,
my mom
nobody
were like, why did
Nah,
The
the
choir
soul
would've
said,
backed
take
them
your
up or
time.
something.
That ain't
Nobody
no real
patted
black
him on the
church.
shoulder. That's what I
Right.
said.
It
It must be different in LA churches because I know
Yes.
anywhere else
that must be an LA church thing?
That ain't no black church.
No, not at all.
they tap you on your shoulder. Take your time, and then you keep
That's a
going.
white church. They just had a black Sunday. That's all that was.
The choir would have backed him up. Like, somebody would have made him feel okay in that moment. But this is the debut of Karuchi, my good friend.
Lord have mercy. Oh shit. Oh
Karuchi.
damn.
We find out that she has 10 million followers.
That woman is fine. Jesus Christ. All right.
She's
Look,
awesome.
Reese. I'm trying not to say that. That's why I just did my line.
I gotta stay
and then just
respectful.
left it in.
Bibb
I
said
gotta
his
stay
good
respectful.
friend because he had interviewed her. I almost forgot I had a lady for a second. I was about to say, hey, slap me her digits. What you mean? It's like, nah.
Well, don't forget that, please. I don't need to be causing any drama in anybody's life. So
Absolutely. She'll kill me.
I believe you. If you come up missing, I'm gonna know why.
She's a Leo. Yeah, she'll kill me.
So Karuchi has 10 million followers. We find out she's an influencer as well. She and Hillary know each other, but she also seems like put off by Hillary doing the thirsty chef.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, she looked like, are you sure? Like, okay, you talking about us collabing?
Yeah.
What you trying to get me to do?
Yeah. So I was wondering, like, was she doing Christian content? But then later, she's doing a photo shoot or something. So I have no idea what her content is. Why she's as big as she is.
I'm trying to find out.
And she's put off by the.
It looked like basically. I mean, no offense to influencers,
like
but all
Instagram
offense to
model.
influencers. That's what I was about to say. Basically, they just pose
just
places.
like a regular model.
He's sitting there setting the stage talking about no offense. God damn it, she looks like an Instagram model.
That's all about. No, I was saying no offense. I said influencers. I said no offense to influencers, but all offense to influencers. Like you basically just taking pictures and like posting them. And of course,
when I say Instagram model, I don't mean women that show their body. I just mean women that get famous for taking pictures on Instagram.
Yeah, like doing athletic gear or
like
dresses, something like that.
Yeah, because the photo shoot that we see her at, it was a very covering dress, like it wasn't revealing at all. So she's just a model,
right?
So that's cool. But yeah, the fact that she was immediately like hesitant to try to latch on to what Hillary's doing, that was interesting to me. But then, like y'all mentioned, Carlton gets up to do his song and immediately has a breakdown and was not supported by the church in the way that he should have been. He was hitting him. He was hitting them notes at first, like I thought.
And then I was like, he was hitting the notes at first. I was like, "Damn, Carlton!" And he was fucking up. I was like, "Damn, Carlton!" Like,
no word. I can't do this no more.
And then he took off. Oh, poor guy. At the church, also, I believe it was at the church. Hillary gets a chance, or not Hillary, Ashley. Personality. We got some personality from Ashley in these last couple episodes. Ashley gets to talk to the preacher, and she mentions LGBTQ initiatives. She says that the church can't only have the LGBTQ community in the the choir director role, which it was another black church stereotype. And that's her new thing now. Apparently, she wants the church to have more LGBT.
This shit is not a personality.
And then
I'm just saying she's talking. Like,
mother overheard her.
So Vivian appears to be on to Ashley at that point. And she asked her later in the episode, like, why this is becoming a thing. How'd y'all feel about that?
It was funny. The reason was because Ashley blew her off. She just took she just
no
had
to
hesitation. She went right back on her
clearly
phone,
her mother is like, I'm on to you. Like, you're not slick, right? Like, you're not even being discreet about it. So no, I'm here to support you, right? Like, and you would think that's what a child want to hear. She's just like,
yeah,
no, I'm fine.
No, that's not what it is.
I am good.
Like, did I ask you for your help? Like, okay.
Yeah, like she was so slick with it. Like usually in the shows and stuff like that, when a kid is caught and they're being asked about something, like they show like the signs of, oh no, I'm caught. But Ashley was like, nah, I'm good. It's like she was just straight faced, like she was unfazed by being questioned by her mom about that, which I thought was interesting. But Vivian's like, dang, she really not gonna talk to me about this. Okay. What else we got? Oh, Will tells Hillary in this episode about Carlton being on that stuff, which she did not previously know. After his breakdown in the church, like he tells Hillary, and Hillary, again, smart. She's like, I can't talk to him about that. Like, I'm not supposed to know.
Yeah, I thought she knew. Excuse me.
Yeah, apparently nobody else knew. They knew he had anxiety, but not they.
Also, they mentioned, like, Will mentioned Coke, and I'm like, wait, I thought it was just Xanax.
He said, I done been, look, I'm from West Philly, man. I knew there wasn't no Xannies, man.
Yeah, he was doing them things. So it appears Carlton is crumbling under the pressure to make his dad happy. Will, at this point, what was happening? He was eating or something.
Yeah, he was eating.
When Hillary was talking to him.
Hillary had made some food, and he was trying to finish the food, and she was like,
"Yeah, she was like, you gonna go?
Go now, mama."
So he goes and talks to Carlton. He offers to be the person that Carlton talks to when he's feeling that pressure. Which again was another great moment between the two. Like, glad to see them getting closer in that regard.
Right.
At this point, Will gets the folder on his dad, and Jeffrey delivers him the folder. Will doesn't open it at that time. Jeffrey tells Phil to be real at the debate and not hold back. Also in this episode, Vivian goes and meets with some legends about this fellowship. They tell her, they were already gonna give it to her. Like, the conversation they had was just a formality and only confirmed that they were making the right choice.
Right.
And then they tell her, take 24 hours to think on it. How'd y'all feel about that scene? I thought it was cool to have the OGs come back.
I think it was great. I like that they had him in a small role, not a big role, not playing somebody's family member, somebody's aunt, somebody's grandmother. Just a nice small role. I had known they would be in it, but I didn't know to what extent. And I like that their characters, while small, are still very important to the growth of Vivian. I thought that was cool. And I don't think it's gonna be the last time we see them. I think we may see them again next season, as long as Vivian is still, the whole fellowship and art thing is still going on, which the Green-Eyed Devil is still there, so I'm pretty sure it will be. But yeah, I liked it. I thought it was cool.
I know you didn't call Michael Ealy the Green-Eyed Devil.
I absolutely did.
Oh man. But yeah, shout out to Vernie Watson Johnson and Daphne Maxwell Reed. It was dope seeing them. They ate Black Don't Crack, because literally they still look like Will's mom and from back in the Gap. So
they had a time capsule.
Yeah, for sure. But definitely, it was cool hearing basically Daphne Maxwell Reed finally got to sound like the old Viv. She had a little attitude in her voice. She said, "This is why we give our applicants 24 hours. So I can't talk to you about this decision until tomorrow. Good night." And hung up.
Yeah, because at some point in the episode, Vivian calls and starts questioning things.
Oh, yeah. Another thing.
Talking herself out of it.
Daphne Maxwell Reed, when she saw that painting of Uncle Phil, James Avery, the look on her face. Yeah, that's the part that got me, because I was like,
I knew once she painted it. I knew once she painted it that it was him, but I didn't even really pay attention to her Daphne Maxwell Reed's reaction.
She saw. Yeah, she is holding the photo of Uncle Phil, and you just see this. It kind of gets her. She almost forgets that she's acting.
They might have captured an actual moment with her, and then just said, "Hey, let's use it." So that was cool either way, whether it was intentional or not. Let's see what else we got. Oh, Will gives the folder to Uncle Phil without looking at it at this point. And so now Uncle Phil knows that
did you mention that Jeffrey came back with the folder?
Yeah, I said Will gets the folder on his dad.
Okay.
Jeffrey gave it to him.
Yeah.
Will didn't open it at that time, and then later he decides to give it to Phil without looking at it.
Yeah, Jeffrey had definitely told him some things here that I heard a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, what happened? And not understand who would be hurt besides Will, but okay.
Exactly. That's the part that's killing me. They made it the family did something to this man for so long, and then we find out that that's not what happened.
Biggest mystery of this whole fucking
series. Unless I do have a defense. I do have a defense for that.
That's what I was expecting. I was like, man.
We will get to it, but Carlton then later tells Will that he flushed the drugs. See how long
I thought
that
the
lasts.
motherfucker was lying, but apparently
we'll see how long that lasts.
Well, the last two episodes he didn't do nothing. He had a lot of problems that his little situation would have solved for him.
Yeah,
go crazy after the church. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I think after the after church situation, he was probably pushed to almost going that route, but his conversation with Will kept him from doing so.
Coke was over there like, Carlton.
You know you ain't coming in here for no shoes and belts. Come on.
And maybe if Will didn't go in there, that's where he was headed. Who knows? But fortunately, he did not go that way. What do we have? Oh, at this point, Lisa's dad finds out about Will.
Reese, look, this is gonna be the ultimate tag team right here.
Yep.
Lisa.
I said I'm ranting.
I'm ranting. Get into it.
I'm gonna save it. For episode 10. All right. All I'm saying is, Bibbs, I feel like we talked about this. I said when she found out, I hope they don't do the typical thing like, you lied to me. I asked for the truth and you lied to me. And what's she doing? She doing that stupid ass shit. Like you
riding it till the wheels fall off.
Till the wheels fall off. Like I asked you to tell. She said, and we had sex. I'm like, yeah, because you wanted to. He tried to go back to the party. You mean it? Come on, Lisa. You knew you wanted to have sex with Will before you found out why he was in Bel Air.
He said, pardon me, man.
Women know almost immediately when they want to have sex with a man. She did not need to know why he was in Bel Air for that to be confirmed. It had nothing to do with it. Because y'all didn't have to go upstairs in that room to have that conversation in the first place. I really like
school. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You talking about I was open with you. Girl, you telling him your real first name is not the same as him telling you that his uncle illegally pulled strings to get him out of prison. Right. We don't care that your first name is Beulah. We could have went the entire series without knowing that. I promise you.
Facts.
I promise you. Like, and he told you, no, I didn't kill anyone. Like, I didn't shoot anyone. I shot it in the air. He's telling you what happened, and you still stuck on the fact. You know what? Shout out to, I can't remember if Jerron or Derek said it, because we spoke about this on the Mind Reese podcast. She's acting like Amber did with Mark on Invincible.
Ooh, yeah.
That's exactly how she's acting right now.
And it's one of my least favorite. Like I'm not here for the games. So
I hated Amber.
As soon as that happens, I'm done. Like
I'm done. I like Lisa.
I'm not dealing with this anymore.
Lisa was cool.
Yeah.
Up until that point. Up until that point, like everything she had done up until that point was gone. I'm like, all right. Yeah. You the ops now.
You looking for reasons to be upset. That's my least favorite quality.
Like, girl, if you want to be miserable, go be miserable.
No, I'm waiting for episode 10.
Oh, I'm gonna really go in on episode 10.
Man, she said it was so stupid to me. I said, what is all right, yeah. I'm gonna say
so in this,
I know what you're talking about.
In this episode, she brings the mugshot to Will, and at this point, Will and Carlton,
tell me this isn't you.
Yeah,
it's obviously me. I mean, it's like
that's Photoshop.
No, that's my twin brother. Come on.
So then Will and Carlton realize, like, oh snap, her dad knows the debate is about to happen, and Uncle Phil's about to get blindsided. They're trying to contact him, they can't reach him. They go to the venue, they can't get in. Till the campaign manager comes out and lets them in.
Did we talk about the scene with Dwayne Martin, Uncle Phil, and Jeffrey, like where he was debating whether or not he should use his information against Fred Wilkes?
That was the I didn't go into detail about it, but that was where I mentioned Jeffrey telling Phil to be real, like be 100%.
Be real with yourself, like.
And it was the affair like that he was going to talk about, right?
Yeah, like stop making it seem like you don't want to do this.
Yeah.
And then once, like, you know, they found out that Judge Robinson had told Fred Wilkes about it. Yeah, that's where it hit the that's when Dwayne Martin, who, hey, it must be nice to just have friends who can just do that for you. Basically was like, well, why don't we just throw dirt back?
Yeah.
And that's when Jeffrey looked at him like, can you please shut up for 2 minutes, Will Smith's friend? And then he went to like, come on, Phil, you doing this for you. You don't care how this is affecting your family and everybody else around you. You're willing to throw, you are doing this by any means stuff
Mhm.
for your own selfish gain. Like, come on, bro.
Mhm. And again, I think this was perfectly set up because we already knew Phil knew about uh, Frank's issues and had that ammunition ready to go. And he'd basically been talked into using it if that's what he really wants to do, which it seemed like that's what he really wanted to do. So we knew he had that already. But then we find out Frank has the will information. So now Carlton and Will tell Phil, hey, he has this. And we're left in a position of wondering, is he going to now use the Frank situation and throw it in his face, knowing that the Will situation is going to be thrown in his, going into the debate? However, Phil does something completely different.
Yeah, this caught me off guard.
Now, before that, Phil and Jeffrey get into it. Jeffrey tells him he always gets his way, even at the expense of the people who love him, blah, 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 blah. And Phil fires Jeffrey.
Because Jeffrey got
No.
This is before.
He
No, I'm
had
saying this was before.
No,
this was
he had a
after
family
Will came
emergency.
to him.
Yeah, the, he said,
yeah.
Yeah. But actually, it's not. Oh,
No,
yeah, it is. It is.
yeah.
It's after. Okay. Anyway, so Phil, this is before the debate, though. So
Yeah, that was
Phil,
before.
Jeffrey, they decide is going to go on a leave of absence
It was a family emergency.
and tells Phil to prove him wrong because if he doesn't, his family will split under the pressure. I didn't know what that meant.
And why do they always get them hard solidarity head shakes? Like they really holding secrets, boy.
They the old head black men. That's how they shake hands.
They got bodies. So they got at least one
yeah.
body.
Man, I'm telling you, because they was there like when they did it, they was like to the grave, bro, to the grave.
So again, they were given that quote. We know that they both have the dirt on each other, and it's like, is he gonna go into this debate and like try to take the high road? Is that what everybody expects? That's what I thought was gonna happen. But then Phil gets up and gives a speech about his family and drops out of the race. It tells everybody to support.
Once he dumped Jeffrey, he had no choice.
That's how you feel?
That's honestly how I feel. Because I'm like, if he had kept going, we would have probably found out more than the stupid Will stuff.
Okay.
Yeah,
No longer had the muscle, and he no longer had the protection. Exactly, he no longer had the muscle and protection. So, yeah,
Okay.
it was gonna be a snowball effect.
Yeah. And so after this, he walks off the stage and he tells Vivian to take the fellowship. Because again, Vivian was seeing all the stuff crumbling and tried to, oh, maybe I shouldn't do it now. My family needs me. And Phil was like, nah, I'm not taking this election thing no more. You do the fellowship. It's your turn to shine. Which I thought was a beautiful end. Somewhat surprising, but at the same time, I was surprised that they were about to give him this big role this quickly anyway. So I like the take a step back.
Yeah, it makes sense. Even though I didn't see it coming, it makes sense.
Right.
Because I definitely thought he was about to be like, well, you cheated on your wife who was dying. So
I was waiting for it.
Yeah.
Like, I was waiting for it. But I'm glad we didn't have to see two black men tear each other down. Throw each other's problems in each other's faces. So, the finale.
The coffee shop.
No. So first we had they're at some kind of showcase, I guess, for Vivian. And there's a painting that she did of Will with the crown.
Right.
And that old Carlton started to seep in out a little bit.
Hey.
Well, it wasn't until Ashley dumbass said, you need to watch your back or watch your throne. I'm like, shut your young ass up. Like,
Someone should have watched the throne a little closer. Is her exact quote.
yeah, just stupid ass.
And
That's why you don't have lines.
I think that's why.
That was a little sister. That was some little sister
why.
stuff.
Yeah.
That was some little sister stuff. But I think that's also a seed being.
If see, let me tell you something. If Carlton knew what Will, Hillary, and her mother know, he would have probably threw it back at her, and I would have been like, "No, he did not just commit a hate crime on the network television show." I was thinking like, bro, I say he would have slung the dirt back. It would have been kind of gritty. It was kind of grimy.
Yeah, he had no clapback. He just accepted it. Like he took that L. Like, basically alluding to Will being the heir to the throne in the family now. And Carlton just stared at the picture and didn't say a thing. But
Phil saw in the background.
Exactly. Phil
he felt
and
that his
like,
son.
Yeah, Phil was in the background, like seeing this and being like, crap. Let me nip that in the bud. So again, all this is good cinema, right? Will does thank Phil and says he has no regrets about his decision to come over. Jazz is at this event as well. He meets Karuchi, or Ivy, should I say. And for a second, it looked like he was flirting with her. And Hillary has like a face.
Yeah, don't blame him.
All I'm saying is,
Coco and Karuchi in front of you. You gotta say something.
Shit. First of all, if Coco and Karuchi in front of me and I gotta choose. Anyway,
I was about to say, like, I don't know where this is going.
I ain't gonna put the answer out there.
If you got a single answer,
is it an answer?
It's like you got a one answer.
It's an answer for sure.
All right.
With all due respect to Coco Jones.
What? Really? Okay.
I'm taking Karuchi. I'm sorry, and okay. that's saying more about Karuchi than saying about Coco, because it's like, damn, Coco fine, but
okay, that's interesting.
Again, shout out to you having one answer, my boy.
You notice Hillary ain't give him no butt until she saw that the friend was
I was definitely about to go there.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say next.
She saw that interaction. She was like, all right, so I got to go ahead and go through this to lock it down.
But see, if Jazz was, as the kids say, pushing P, he'd have said, this is LA.
Oh my God. Oh my God. You know what? I feel like we might actually go there though in the future. So
Really?
Yeah, hey.
All right. We'll see.
That ain't something we just gonna be like, this happened. Nah. All
right. I think that I think that moment definitely led to the later scene where they pop up in bed together.
Best line was Will calling both of them, and then he'd be like, "Stop playing with me. Put Hillary on the phone."
Yeah, he calls Hillary's phone, and she like ignores him. And then he calls Jazz, and Jazz picks up, and he's like, "Hey, put Hillary on the phone." Just like, dang, like for real, Will, you not even.
I saw how y'all left the party. Stop playing with me.
So look, I ain't got time for this.
Like, if you're gonna hide it, be better.
If Stevie Wonder saw y'all left together, come on.
But he wasn't even trying to like be funny about it. And he was like, "Man, quit playing. Just put on the phone. Like, I ain't got time for this. Like, let's go. I need help. I need advice." Because Lisa's still tripping at this point because he tries to talk to her. She's not trying to hear it at the event. And so he's calling Hillary because he wants her assistance.
He also told her at the event that he loves her.
Oh, he did do that. He did do that.
She was about to.
And then what did she say? You only saying that because I'm like, come on.
You're only saying that because you don't want me to leave. Like, oh
listen.
My God. And she's about to say it back. She's about to say, "I want you to know. You have to know that."
But is she about to say it back?
But
we can't say it.
I don't know. I didn't know if she was gonna say something else.
I felt like she was gonna say it back, but I think it was Jerron that said he thinks she was gonna tell him something else.
That's what I was thinking.
And I told him, I think it's too soon for that. Like, it just happened.
What? No, not that. I didn't think
he thought that she was gonna tell him that she was pregnant.
No,
I said they just had sex. That's not.
I don't think it was just though. I think some time has passed.
I don't think that much time has passed.
Like we've gone from Hillary or from Vivian accepting the fellowship to having a full like gallery full of paint.
Yeah,
You mean to
that's
tell me it's been almost a full month since they spoke? No,
Why
maybe
not?
a week at most.
At least a couple weeks.
It ain't been a couple weeks.
Oh, I said that election plus I don't
Yeah,
know.
all this a lot of stuff is
like
passed.
that stuff is I'm like that stuff can happen like like a month or two ago. They had to have seen each other, talk to each other since then.
Oh yeah.
First of all,
right,
the stupid part she had even said, well,
because if she been mad for months, weeks, oh my god.
You're right. Yeah, I didn't know if that was like they haven't. I was gonna say we haven't seen them in school in a very long time. Like they just forgot school existed. I don't know. Maybe they have Christmas break.
No. School is still going on because remember he went to practice.
When?
Remember that text that he took the first time he wanted to meet up with her.
Yeah.
He was going to practice.
Okay, but I mean that doesn't mean they're in school though, because like they could be in winter break or something and still have practice and stuff. I remember practicing on Christmas Day back in the day. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, so he asked her for help with Lisa, and after this, we see Phil wants to take Carlton to the track, and Carlton's initial thought was, what about Will? Which is just sad. It's just sad. I think they were going to see qualifying runs or something like that. And Carlton's first question.
No, they actually were going to get the race too.
And they were going to go on the track, right? But his first question was about Will, and then Phil's like, no, it's just me and you, son. And Carlton's so happy, like, I'm sorry, that was funny to me.
I still was, yeah, because he's like, oh, we'll just go sneaker shopping. I ain't seen you pull out no fire yet, Carlton. I ain't seen that boy. He pulled out some blazers. I ain't seen him. Look. If your parents could give Will some off-whites, I know you got some. Come on, bro.
I mean, maybe that ain't his style. I don't know.
What was he going sneaker shopping for, Bibbs?
I'm not a millionaire, so I don't know what kind of sneakers millionaires wear.
He was going for some Saucony's or something.
I have no idea. That's not my area of expertise, if you will. What was I gonna say? Oh, at this point, the kids figure out that there's some type of drama going on with Jeffrey. I think Ashley points out to the fact that she actually went in his room and saw that his clothes were not there, so that they know their parents are lying about something. My notes are all over the place. Vivian tells Reed that she wants to work with him to help find young talent. Reed specifically brings up Phil.
Renato.
And she says that, yeah, that's behind us.
Did you see the look on his face?
Excellent.
Oh, so he's not going to be watching me now.
Yes. Excellent.
Oh, man.
What Dark City
Watch
say?
Watch your kids. Watch your kids by the balconies, he said.
Oh, my God. Oh, them kids too big for him to be dangling over balconies.
I mean, he just got to push him once. So,
right.
What was I going to say? So then we have the moment where was Will going? Oh, well, yeah, where was Will going at this point?
Oh, he was going to meet Lisa.
No, he never went to meet Lisa.
No, he was like getting dressed, going to meet Lisa.
No, he pulled out and went somewhere. I remember seeing the Lexus.
Oh, you talking about when he left?
He left to go somewhere.
Oh, I think he went to practice.
Was it practice?
Yeah, he went to practice.
Yeah.
Okay. So he pulls out in the Lexus. We know it's him because we know that Lexus, to go to practice. And after he leaves, a regular looking car pulls into the gate. I think everybody knew who it was.
Uh-huh.
And it's a reminder that Jeffrey is not there because that car would have been in a hail of bullets if Jeffrey was around.
No, it would have ended up in a pound somewhere.
The car would have just. You're right. Maybe
the keys would have still been in it. You know,
he wouldn't have been loud
That's
about
all
it.
we're gonna say.
the car would have disappeared. The person in it would have never been known if Jeffrey was around. But Lou pulls up at the door. Guess who's coming to dinner? And it's Marlon.
Man.
It's Marlon. So
It's Marlon Wayans.
Unfortunately,
And I always laugh about this because after seeing what was it? Oh, it was called Respect.
it was what?
It was the movie Respect. After that, I got to get used to Marlon's regular voice again because that accent still makes me laugh. I don't know what this was in Respect, but yeah. So when I heard his regular voice again, I was like, "Oh, thank God he ain't doing that stupid stuff no more."
Yeah, the last movie I saw him in was Sextuplets.
Yeah, and
it's like
it's refreshing to see him in roles like this because we've seen him in serious roles and we know he's a good actor. So it's like when you do goofy shit like Haunted House, which still has one of the greatest lines in cinema history. What happened to your furniture, cuz? You know, from Affion Crockett. But still, yeah, when he does goofy shit like that, you like, dude, you could be doing so much better. Cause this was perfect casting, if you ask me. Like once I saw him, I'm like, damn, there's kind of a resemblance there. Like
he looks like his mom, but you can see Marlon being his dad.
Yeah,
with that too.
And then like the height, you know what I'm saying? Like
exactly
ball player. It's like, you know what I'm saying?
Did y'all know it was gonna be Marlon before this scene?
No.
Unfortunately, I had it spoiled for me.
Well, actually, yeah, I had it spoiled for me. My cousin texted me and was like, Marlon Williams, Will Smith daddy, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Because at that point I forgot Bel Air came out that day, and I'm like, what you talking about? He said on Bel Air. I said, why would you spoil it for me? Like,
that's cool.
Why you just coming through my phone with that stuff, not even asking have I seen it yet?
Right.
See, look, I restrained myself. I was about to talk to Biz about it, and he said he hadn't seen it. So I said, okay. I'm glad I'm not the one that did it.
I'm trying to remember what happened. So first I saw Marlon was trending earlier in the day. I didn't think anything of it because I think the Will Smith stuff had just happened. So in my head, every comedian that popped up on the timeline just had made a comment about Will Smith, and I didn't care. So then I saw somebody I knew. I saw several tweets about Marlon throughout the day, but I saw somebody I knew said not Marlon Wayans with question marks. I was like, did he is he ill or something? Like, what's going on? So I searched his name on Twitter and read a couple things, still wasn't getting it. And then finally somebody just straight out said Marlon Wayans as Will's father on Bel Air. I was like, God damn. I was mad that I knew ahead of time. Because I don't know what my reaction would have been just seeing him. But like you said, we've seen him in serious roles, and I know he wants to do more serious roles. I think it was a great casting, and I think he did his thing. Personally. But now we find out where Lou has been all this time. Because he gets to talk to Phil. He was in jail until 3 years ago. So he's been out for 3 years.
Hey Siri, play Locked Up by Akon. I'm sorry.
Is that real? Like, are we waiting for Siri?
I hope not.
Pardon me. Continue.
Lou says he's not the same man he was before. Phil says he wants to talk to Viv before they make a decision on whether or not Lou should talk to Will. Phil is very suspicious. Jeffrey told him that Will needed him, is what Lou says. Do y'all think Jeffrey told Lou that Will needs him?
No.
He said the little English dude.
The little English dude. What he called him? He called him something else. Not
he
Jeffrey,
did like
though.
the second time. Yeah.
I can't think of what.
He said his name's Jeffrey. Whatever his fucking name is.
Was it Alfred?
No, it was a J name or a G name.
Was it
It was a J name or a G name.
Yeah, it was. You're right. Gregory?
I don't know. He was like, whatever his fucking name is.
Yeah. So he tells him that, which doesn't help the Phil Jeffrey situation at all.
Some English dude said, my son want to see me.
Yeah, and then at that point, we find out that Phil was his lawyer as well. before he went to jail. Viv is upset at this point. Phil
if
and
you came here to hurt him, you're gonna get kicked out of my So you can't take the West Philly out of you.
I jumped ahead.
Yeah, we jumping in too far.
The note I was gonna make was Viv was actually upset after Will tells her about Jeffrey, giving him his info and being gone.
Well, we still kind of jumping the gun because we didn't like.
That's the next note I had.
We mentioned him coming to the house, but remember he left. Then Carlton told Will about the situation. Carlton went to look at the papers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. He left and came back because he said, "Okay, Will, you gonna want to sit down for this." First of all, your dad came over.
Yeah, because Carlton saw him when he first came in. He heard
this is the reason why, like, you know, they don't want you to know this. You got to read this. And again, the suspense was so crazy. You thinking, man, this got to be like groundbreaking stuff. You know, we find out the man was in the clink, and what he did. It was like, okay, so this is absolutely ridiculous that y'all made us wait 10 episodes to tell us that this was the typical African American story.
No, hold on. All right, there's two things I want to get out of the way because we're about to dive into this. I can see. Before we get into that, let's get these other crap out of the way. So first, Hillary talks Ivy into buying out Kylo and them teaming up. She goes to a photo shoot where the girl is at. She's like, "How did I look?" And Hillary gives her the typical poses. Yeah, Hillary gives her the typical, "Oh, you look great." And she was like, "If I wanted that response, I would have just asked my team over there." And then Hillary was like, "Oh, I can be the non-yes man person in the group." And she gives her some real advice. And then she talks her into buying out Kylo's contract and teaming up, which I'm here for. What else do we have? I think that's really all we got to do. Oh, yeah, let's get this out of the way as well. Carlton confronts Phil about Jeffrey in this episode. The kids basically let them know.
I was about to say the kids basically sat there and looked at them and said, "Come on, bro.
Yeah.
This man room is empty."
Yeah.
Again, another Fresh Prince reference. It was looking like they probably was standing there like when Will was on the last day in the living room. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this man's stuff is empty. It's gone.
And it comes up. Yeah, it comes up for a reason, and we'll get into the reason why in a bit during this last part that we're about to have to get into. But yeah, so the kids let their father know, like, quit playing around about this Jeffrey.
No. Before, another reason they said to stop because they couldn't contact him. He wasn't answering the call.
We'll hit that. So Will finds out about his father, decides he wants to talk to him. The conversation comes. We talked about Viv being very defensive of Will and basically saying she will whoop Lou's ass if he does something to wrong him. And Lou was like, "I still see you still got some of that Philly."
Let me ask a question.
Go ahead.
All right, so we discussed, Will confronted Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv. And we mentioned the lack of black culture in the church, right?
Okay.
There ain't no way in hell, regardless of how emotional he is, that he finna cuss at them and they finna just let that slide. I don't care how much money they got.
This has been a problem for me the whole show.
The whole show. He just be cursing his ass off. And he the only one.
No, Carlton be doing it too.
Sometimes.
No, the chilling be letting them fly.
Will really be letting it fly. Not around them, but like at them.
Yeah.
Like he said, I asked a simple fucking question or something like that. And I'm like, boy, you lucky you still here.
Like the slap would have been automatic.
Like, that would have been the end of the show right there. Screen would have cut to black like the Sopranos, and that's
South Central Los Angeles. They were there.
Man, look,
ain't no way. Like how these kids not been slapped yet? Like
I don't know how they getting away with this, but this shit
a
is
backhand something like. It's getting annoying.
Compton would be different. Yeah. Maybe, like I said, maybe this Bel Air. Maybe there's some Valley Palisade stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, I get that rich kids and their families act different, but she still allegedly has the Philly in her. So that the fact that they letting these kids cuss and carry on is not making a lot of sense to me. That's probably my biggest complaint about the show.
Ain't making no sense to me.
Hey, remember the Eddie Murphy joke about what they would get hit for? He said, "Man, we couldn't even say dag in my house."
Facts, like it's too close. Like they don't even think about going that route. But yeah, so Will is sympathetic to his father's situation when he reads the folder, and he's upset that he was lied to about his father being in prison. Blah 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 blah. So at this point, Lou gets to tell his piece, right? And this is where I somewhat get where he's coming from. Lou's father was in prison, and it's kind of that self-fulfilling prophecies type situation where because he saw his father in prison, it led more to a likelihood of him ending up in prison. And in his head, he told himself that it was better for his son not to see him behind those bars because he watched his father deteriorate behind bars. And every time he visited his father, it was worse. He was doing worse, and it was worse for him to see his father like that. Like the father was doing worse, and it was worse for him to see his father like that. That I again, flawed logic. Nothing's and this goes back to like the idea of being a parent. Like you're not gonna do it right, and this goes also back to the defensiveness of Viv, Phil, and Vi. Did they do the right thing in allowing him not to know anything about his father? Because they thought that they were doing right by not telling him, yeah, your father's in prison, so you don't grow up as a child with that in your head of my father's behind bars. I get it to a certain degree, but at a certain point, he was old enough to hear that.
Right. Like
and not have it
was a long time ago where he was old enough to know my dad's in prison. It's not that my dad ran away. I would much rather want to hear my dad's in prison than my dad didn't want me.
Yeah, 10, 11, 12, 13, somewhere in that range, they should have had this conversation with him.
Sure. And it's like his reasoning, this scene as a whole, obviously this scene was the one that got me.
At least we didn't get the normal line of, I didn't want you to see me locked up like an animal. At least we didn't get that. Thank God.
I mean, that's technically what he was alluding to. And I get it. Like, you know, his reason, it made sense. And even though, like, towards the end of the conversation, the, I guess, real Lou came out.
Yeah.
Obviously, he had good intentions being there because, like, he shed that thug grown man tear. Like, the one tear rolling down the eye, he wipe it and just turn away. Like, when a guy when a guy does that, he's genuine. Like, that's real.
That's when I kind of wanted them Lou lines from, like I said, the OG. For Fresh Prince,
like we ain't even get that.
Happened. I just kind of wanted that part.
We ain't even get that from the original Fresh Prince. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I feel like Lou actually cared. Obviously, his reasoning made sense to me. That closure, that it's like
Ben Vereen, by the way.
It's like with me and my dad, mine was different because like I had my dad, then he wasn't around, but I knew it didn't take me till I was 17 to be like, oh, that's why. I knew why. So it was never like oh, my dad don't want me. Oh, my dad don't love me. Well, what happened? I never had that thought in my head. But when we talked and had that closure, I mean, ours was like 30 seconds long. But but it's like I understand, and you know, Will deserves that closure, and he deserved it much earlier than 17 years old. But you know, the conversation definitely it started going good, but Lou just couldn't let it go.
Yeah, so
had to talk about that man's mama as if she wasn't the only parental unit in the home.
Like you could hold it back for 1 second.
He couldn't even
one conversation.
He never said when Will said, "Oh, so she was the reason that," like sarcastically, "Oh, she's the reason that you beat that old man half to death." he never denied that he ain't do it. He said she pushed me out there, something like bro, you a grown man, like you did that.
And in this conversation, he basically says Phil and them were getting that money. I had to keep up, and
That's a
this is
pride
what it
thing.
turned to. Exactly.
That's not their fault. That's your fault.
Exactly.
But no, that makes me think too.
Vi's jealousy. We
yes.
seen
that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Got to circle the block on that,
We seen
that
it.
issue. Like, so basically, that I kind of felt him, but it was just a delivery to like you talking about this man's mom's.
Yeah.
And I know you was
too hard.
locked up, but you also had 3 years, and you still talking about you didn't want to see him due to the embarrassment.
I wanted to get on my feet. Like all you do, you kicking the can down the road. You making excuses.
Yeah.
You making excuses. Like
that puts Will at 13, 14 years old, bro.
Perfect time for him to
perfect time.
Formative years. Perfect
that
time.
part I didn't side with him on. Like, 3 years, you could have reached out in some way.
Yeah.
Like, why did it take for Will to reach out? Like, if Will ever reached out, I think Will said it. Like, if I ever reached out, you wouldn't be here.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, like, he's talking like he's supposed to have custody of Will or something. Like,
right.
I didn't have a house, I didn't have a job, I didn't have this. No, all you have to do is be present. He doesn't have anything from you at this point. I just being able to call you and say, hey, Dad, what's going on? Hey, teach me how to shave. Those little things. Like, let's go to a game. Like, even if you're not able to pay for it, let's go watch a game somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, go to a restaurant, Applebee's, something. Like, come on, man, it ain't got to be that deep. But you making excuses for why you can't even communicate with your son. That's pathetic.
Like, I'll be transparent here. Okay. When me and my dad had a conversation, I was already grown. I was in like my 20s, and he was gone for a while, So when we lost Shad.
He'll be back, I guess.
When I got older and, after we had that conversation, I'm not asking you to be a parent like, hey, can I borrow some money? Hey, can you pay this for me? Hey, can you help me do this? Help me do that? Nah, call me for my birthday. We see each other, we chill, we talk about basketball, we bond over stuff. I'm not asking for you to treat me like a child. Like,
exactly.
Like with Lou. Lou didn't, obviously, if you explain all these things, and Will is already a kid who's not used to getting the whole, like, sure, he got some shoes, but that's because as a single mom, she wants to make sure her son is good, especially in a city like Philly where probably if you go to school looking busted down, kids gonna make fun of you. So, I'm guaranteed Will wasn't expecting, do this. Nah, you just wanted your dad there. Like, that's pride. All you wanted.
And that was his pride again. He wanted to be the father that does X, Y, Z. And his pride would not allow him to show up unless he was able to do all those things. And that's pathetic.
And realistically, you were, if those charges were what they were and you had 13 years in prison, you were almost never going to get in that position to do those things. Facts. And if you were, he was going to be an adult where he didn't need you to do those things.
Facts.
So just show up.
Literally. All you gotta do is
at that age, those formative years. Yeah, that's all you had to do. Show up at a random basketball game. Just start talking.
And it's, I'm trying to think. This is another thing that Black community issue. Not just Black community. It's there's a lot of single parents out there, right? And the way that the parent that is present handles that situation can be tricky. A lot of kids go through the situation where the parent that's present just talks down on the other parent all the time, no matter what. Like, all they know about their parent is these negative things that the present parent feeds them. She didn't do that. We know she didn't do that. Like, she basically made excuses. But he as a kid, you're hanging out with friends and, I mean, I'm not sure what his friend situations were, but you hear a friend, oh, my dad, this, in your head, you're going to think like, I wonder what my dad is like, or I wonder what me and my dad would do. Like, he's even talked about it, all the different scenarios he played out in his head about where his dad could be and why his dad wasn't around. that's not good. Give that kid some answers. And the fact that they waited beyond, like at this point, like when would they have told him? Like he's 17 now, and y'all
They
haven't
made
given
it
him
seem
anything.
like imprisonment was an unspeakable act.
Right. And like at this point, him finding out again, for a small kid finding out your dad is in prison, I can imagine can affect the way you develop yourself. Like it tells you what the possibilities are for you. And there is a psychological point that you might not want to put that in a small kid's head, but he's a damn near grown up at this point. That's not going to derail his progress. He's already on track for college and all that good stuff. You're not going to derail him by telling him that. So basically this is the same situation with what his father's doing. They were so used to lying and not telling him anything that the idea of telling him something was just never, they just kept making excuses why they couldn't do it. So in that regard, Will is right to be pissed at everybody in
Absolutely.
this scenario.
Because god damn it, y'all were thinking about yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
You're thinking about yourself. Let's get into it, man. God damn it.
Especially
y'all sat here for the last
Especially the mom.
Y'all sat here for the last 2-3 episodes and told us, oh man, he could hate us. This would be catastrophic to the family. Lou beat a nigga ass and went to jail.
Boom.
That's it.
So basically, what you was mad, the only thing he would have been mad is that y'all lied to me.
Didn't tell him, yeah.
Which means you should have never lied. Or maybe you should have stopped the lie at an early age where he's not emotional enough to be like, I hate y'all.
Yeah.
Once he hit that 15-year-old range, that 14,
all that
emotional stuff built up, I'll be like, I hate y'all. Y'all ain't shit. Because apparently y'all let him talk how he want.
Oh, how he cussed out Lou.
I was about to say, oh my God. I felt that. That was real. That was, Jabari reached down deep into his bag for that.
He said, oh,
I'm surprised Lou didn't swing on him.
Look, hey, it's easy to beat. Why they don't want me, man? I could beat that. Nah,
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say the line. I'm sorry.
Man,
when he said, when he reached down into the diaphragm and said, bitch ass nigga, I'm like, whoa.
Hey, look.
I'd have swung on him right there.
No, did you see Marlon's eyes?
Yes.
He thought about it.
I'd have swung on him right. In my mind, I'd have said, you know what? I ain't been there for you anyway. We fighting.
Right.
His mind, he saw his son saying that to him. He was about to pop him in the mouth. He said, my real son ever said that?
Hold on, son or not. If anybody say that, you want to swing.
That's automatic. Like a fist got to start moving toward a face at that point. Like that's the fact that they didn't like get into an actual fight at that point. Did somebody grab him at that point?
Yes.
Yeah, he was physically
the family.
He was physically removed at that point because it was about to get very bad if that did not occur. They were going at it, but yeah,
he started calling him a bum. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, bro. When he started going in calling him a bum, I was like, oh man, that ain't right. like, bro, I was like, man just got out of jail. He trying like that bum word for a man that's prideful. For a man that's prideful, calling a dude a bum, I'm just like, I know he dressed like one, but come on, man, like. He ain't got. I said, yo, when he said bitch ass nigga, I'm like, all right, cool. But when he said bum, I'm like, all right, you're going too far.
he was laying it all out there, but he's defensive of his mama. You can't talk about 100%. His mama like that. What do you think was gonna happen? Like,
let me tell you something.
How was any good gonna come of that?
My father, I love my father to death. My father knew better, and it wasn't even because of me. My father knew my mother would whoop his ass. Like my father wanted. It was times when my father was afraid to speak to my mama. Like, yeah, Lou just don't care. I don't know what made you think a boy you ain't seen in 13, maybe 16 years, because you was locked up for 13.
Yeah, and you was
gone for 3.
Gone for 3, yeah.
So a boy you ain't seen in 16 years. 16 years. You thought you was just finna sit there and talk about his mama, call her ungrateful and some other stuff?
No. It was 13.
13. You're right.
Yeah,
you're right,
10.
You're right.
And then you got
Because that wouldn't have made sense.
Feuds,
He
yeah.
couldn't have been gone. At
Remember,
10
they
years
went to
old.
a game when he was 4.
He did do 10
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
He did do 10 years in jail. Yeah.
At least he did take. Hey, another thing I could relate to. He took him to a Sixers game. I think he said they snuck in.
Yeah.
Me and my dad went to. It was me, my dad, and one of my dad's friends, and we went to a Ravens and Jets game. Back in the day, I was a kid, and I always think like, did we sneak into that game? Like, what? I still to this day, I'm like, I never even brought it up to him. I don't even know if he remember, but I was like, did we sneak into that goddamn game? Because I don't remember. I just remember being in there. Like,
I know the way the arena is set up is definitely possible, or the way the stadium is set up is definitely possible.
Yeah, I'm like, I feel like we snuck in. Like, he took me to my first Star Wars movie. We went to see Phantom Menace. I had no idea what was going on. I was like, where's Darth Vader? Like, I was.
Used the kid with the chili ball.
That's funny.
It didn't take me until Revenge of the Sith to be like, oh, that's what they doing. Okay. And I'm not talking about Revenge of the Sith trailers.
Yeah.
I'm talking about I got to the end of the movie and said, wait, so that's what they've been doing this whole time?
I think I was living in that area at that time, actually.
Oh, wow.
If I'm not mistaken. I remember when the like Coca-Cola cans and stuff were coming, or the Pepsi cans were coming out with the Star Wars people.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Like I remember that stuff. That's where I was living up there.
You remember that?
Going up to the
I actually do remember
doing
that.
the grocery shopping in Harvard Gates and all that.
You was already grocery shopping on your own, dude.
I was not on my own. I was not on my own. I was
That was a
child.
shot. That was
I was
for
a
sure.
child.
Hey, Reese, you know I always got to do it too.
Y'all act like y'all not
How
like
old
3
are
years.
you, bro?
Y'all act like y'all not like 3 years younger than me. That's the
How
part
old
that's funny.
are you, Bill?
Hey, what up, Shad? Ain't you over 30 also?
Oh, shit.
Barely.
Okay. I'm 33,
I'm-
man.
I'm-
Come on,
I'm-
son. Maybe I ought to be some ancient old man. Anyway, so
The man said he was shopping for himself inside Star Wars cans.
it's funny though. It's funny though. When you're 10, I think, or when you live on base, you can get a military ID, and it allows you to like go anywhere on base like you want. So like me and my friends would get on our bikes and ride to the BX or the PX and get a bunch of candy and junk and show our military IDs and felt like we were adults. Good times.
You mean you drove a car? All right, go on.
Look, I had a deer actually jump over me while I was on my bike once. It was the most traumatizing event in my life. I do not trust deer at all. But anyway, they have the argument. Lou is forced out of the house. Will's pissed. He leaves. Or he wants to leave. He's starting to leave, and they're like trying to stop him. Will, don't do this, blah, 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 blah. He's like, F y'all, to their faces, no slaps. And Carlton comes up and is like, Will, don't leave, homie. Gives him a hug, drops the money clip.
Shout out to Carlton, man.
Very sly move. He knew he couldn't stop him, but he gave him some money to make sure he was going to be straight wherever he went. Beautiful.
Carlton's redemption has been amazing.
Truly.
Because, like, what Will called Lou at he left is what I felt about Carlton for episodes 1 through fucking 6. Like, it was bad. Like, I was like, bro, he has no redeeming qualities. And just like that, he turned around.
Yeah.
It's like people jokingly say you can't be a hater all your life. I think it finally hit him. Because any other man, a Reese-like person would have been a pop to Carlton in the face.
I swear to God. Like, Will had more restraint because he was like, you know what, we family.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
a guy like me, I would have been like,
I would whoop one of my cousin's ass.
I'm a hug a hater. I'm a hug a hater, especially I'm blood related to you. I'm a hug a hater type. I'm like, yo, I'm not your enemy, Goofy. Like, you understand that, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just trying to do me. You could do you too. It's not hard. But yeah, a Reese character. Stop acting like that. Chill out. If I have to do it again.
I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting until we get to the part where I get my shit off. But you know.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm holding back on Lisa too, because she
so,
said the stupidest thing you could say.
Yeah, we're close. We're close. So Carlton slips him the money. Will leaves. He takes the Lexus. So he didn't mind taking that.
That's hilarious to be honest.
I
don't want to live in y'all house.
Thank you, Biz, when you said that.
But I'm gonna take this car.
F y'all, but I'm taking this car.
Facts.
Thank you, Bibbs.
I'm sick of living in this rich ass house. But I'm gonna take this car though.
I was wondering why you said I jumped the gun. And I was like, oh yeah, because Jeffrey had the coordinates for the GPS, and they said they've been calling him trying to see where he was.
Yeah, so
and that's when they finally.
What had happened was after Will leaves with the car, that basically, obviously they have GPSs on their cars. They call the company to locate the car, and the company says that they need to talk to Jeffrey because Jeffrey's the one to set everything up. And this is when Phil tries to act like Jeffrey is off taking care of a family situation, and Carlton's like, "Dad, we know." Like.
He don't even say we know. He just asks where Jeffrey is or why he's not answering. And he know Phil lied to him and he just walked off. And Ashley is like, we know about Jeffrey.
Right. Like stop.
Ashley had a useful line. That's crazy.
Stop playing with us.
Yeah.
That's fact. Stupid. Because you know what? Yeah. She served a purpose in that scene.
Finally. Because she served no purpose this entire season. You know who she reminds me of? Shad, you watch Power, right?
Yes.
You know where I'm going with this, right?
Yeah.
We always see Tariq. Even when Raina died, we saw Raina. But
where's Tariq?
I don't even remember the third daughter name no more. What's her name?
Ah, man. That's what I'm saying. That's all she ever said. Where's Tariq? That's where everybody was.
How did she, and she grew up. She went from 5 to 13 in 3 years. But Tariq went from 15 to 17.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's stay on Bel Air. I'm just saying, Ashley serves no purpose. Yet.
Did they replace the actress in that show?
No,
yes.
They kind of did.
Yes.
Yasmin, that's her name.
Yes, literally.
It's like,
was
bro,
where's my brother?
Only 3 to 4 years passed in the show, and she went from being 4 years old to being 13 or 10.
I think I have seen.
Still acting like a child.
Still acting like a child.
I think I have seen tweets about that.
I'm sorry. Continue.
Yeah. So at this point, Will is nowhere.
Remember when she burnt the bacon?
Oh my God! They had that little ass girl cooking bacon. Oh, Jesus. The little ass almost burnt the house down.
Man. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. We'll go back. Look, we just got to do a revision of Power.
I was about to say I don't know anything about Power. I'm sorry. I can't help you with that one. With that established, is it Vivian that calls Vi?
Yes.
So Vivian calls Vi to let her know, Will's missing. I guess she's trying to figure out if Vi has heard from him. And Vi blames herself, says, I should have told him, blah, 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 blah. Because they stopped her from telling him when she came for her visit.
What did I do? Something stupid. You did something stupid.
Yeah.
Kids are 17 and he's emotional. He's not home. And y'all are retarded.
She was there.
I'm sorry. Y'all are slow.
The perfect time to have that conversation was while his mom was there.
Absolutely.
Every player except Lou would have been in the room. All the emotions Will needed to get out would have been able to been gotten out. And y'all would have addressed the situation head on.
But
versus
him
he
might hate us.
Yeah. Goofy behavior all around. So again, they can't find Will. Vi is now upset. They can't locate the car.
You can't find him.
Carlton is falling apart, and he decides to go to Lisa.
First of all, I don't know who house he was going to at first.
Hold on, let me circle the block on that part. Vi was about to make it about herself again. And that's when I'm glad that Viv got off the phone.
What you mean?
What did I miss when she was about to make it about herself?
Yeah, she
was like, what do you mean he's missing? He done went out there. I'm like, no, you not finna do this again. Like you back in Bel Air. I said, let them just find your son, man.
Oh yeah. You're
not finna argue with Viv again on the phone, bro.
Yeah. She was about to blame them. Okay, yeah, got you. But then she does say, I should have told him about his father when I was there. type of thing. But nothing really comes of that. We just know that everybody in the family is hurt. But yeah, Carlton goes to Lisa to see if she knows anything about Will. We saw earlier in the show, so Lisa and Will had set up to meet each other at the coffee shop at 3. That's when Will's father's situation comes up, and he ends up hanging out with his father. They get into the argument, etc., and so forth. So he never, at this point, followed up with Lisa. Lisa went to the coffee shop, looked goofy, and left. So when Carlton shows up, it's like, have you heard from Will? Her dumbass doesn't say, why did you feel the need to come all the way here to ask me about Will? Like, is something serious occurring? No, that's not what
Also,
her
as if he
mind
couldn't
goes.
see that the car was not there.
That, I mean, he could have hit the car or something. Like,
Yeah,
Could have parked down the street.
he could have, or she could have picked him up somewhere. Like, maybe he realized that there was GPS on the car and didn't want to take it where he was at. But anyway, the point being, Lisa's first reaction to Carlton showing up on her doorstep, concerned and asking about Will, was not, is Will okay? It was, he stood me up and I told him I loved him.
May I have?
Or
the
he
stage,
told me he
please?
loved me and then he stood me up.
May I have the stage, please?
After we
Man, go ahead.
All right, go ahead.
You stupid, trifling heifer. Like, I
know your face did what mine did. I
You
literally
know
said,
what?
"Oh, really? What?"
like, exactly. And it's like, even though I didn't like the "you lied to me" thing, I could have let that go. I could have been like, you know what, whatever. She being a goofball, just like every chick on TV when a dude lies about something that ain't that serious. But the fact that he came to your doorstep, Carlton is clearly upset,
My
on the
cousin,
verge of
baby, listen.
tears. You know what Will and Carlton's relationship has been like. So the fact that he's coming to you like this, and your first reaction is,
What
he
about
stood
me?
me up. He stood me up at the coffee shop. Girl, you're 17. Why the fuck y'all meeting at a coffee shop in the first place? Your upset ass drowned the coffee shop drink like it was a shot before you
She
left,
did.
being all
She was
dramatic.
sipping, and all of a sudden she just took it to the head.
Like, it ain't alcohol. You got all dressed up like y'all was really about to do something. Like, first of all, it was your idea to meet at the coffee shop when y'all didn't even have to do that. Y'all could have had the conversation right there. Y'all could have had the conversation on the phone. You could have met him at the house, anything. You wanted to meet at the coffee shop. Cool. Let's consider the fact that her immediate reaction to him missing is he stood me up. She didn't even think, damn, that's why he didn't show up to the coffee shop. Now,
Son.
Granted, he wasn't missing at that point, but she don't know that. And clearly she don't care. Now, when Carlton says his father came by the house, now her face is fixed. Like, oh,
What? Yeah,
his dad?
Stupid.
Shut your stupid ass up.
Her immediate reaction was to make it about her, and that's sad. That's even more evidence that he needed to leave this girl alone.
Everybody hates Will.
Everybody hates Lisa at this point.
I'm about to say,
Because I'm serious. Nobody, look, because that's the one premise that I saw through all of this. Nobody, like, everybody was there for Will. But if they made an opportunity to make it about them, Will went out the window.
oh, gotcha. Yeah, a lot of selfishness around Will, further highlighting his feelings and why he left. Because everybody's making decisions for him that help them, and everybody's making judgments of him based on their own feelings that may or may not be validated. And initially I was like, why is he being so dramatic? But then I was like, no, he's right. I wouldn't want to be around them people either. None of them.
I feel it. I feel that.
I literally think the only two people who have never like been anti-Will were his like girl cousins.
Yeah.
Hillary and Ashley were never like that, but
Even Aunt Viv wasn't like that, to be honest.
Viv, but the whole thing about like him not knowing about Lou.
Yeah,
He was on that
She was a
train.
big part of that.
Phil, of course, episode 1. He was like, I don't think he should be here. His mama being selfish. His dad wilding. Carlton, enemy number one.
Dude,
I was Lisa, and I was like, bruh. So only Hillary and Ashley understood. Okay, maybe we should help this young man. We should help this young brother. The only ones. Even Fred Wilkes, it's like, bruh, who was there for Will really?
Yeah.
Jazz. Oh,
Jazz too.
Perfect segue.
So yeah, that Lisa situation was annoying. But then Carlton, like, what does he say? I can't lose him or something along those lines?
He's never turned his back on me, and I need that.
Right. Beautiful moment for Carlton.
And that's
like,
when
full circle moment for Carlton.
Back to what I said earlier. You can't be a hater all your life. He saw the light. You know what I'm saying? Good for him. You know, he saw the best in himself. He saw the worst in himself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe he could sing that song now. Maybe he can finish next time he
Take your
I
time,
didn't realize you were setting that out. I didn't realize you were setting that out. Oh man.
Finish the song next time for sure. Season 2, he gonna finish that song.
Yeah, he gonna get the solo. Him and Ashley gonna be fighting over the solo. See, I can make a reference here and there. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. A little out of mine. You know what I'm saying?
But no, it was very that scene got to me a little bit too. I think that scene got to me more than anything. The Carlton stuff got to me more than anything.
That got to me as well. Yeah.
Just first starting with the money clip, then going to like how emotional he was and how he had to leave the house. Then what he said to Lisa on the step, like Carlton again, full circle. He went from biggest hater to biggest supporter, and
also, like I said, it kind of brought like the collision course of the original series in that, because again, like Will and Carlton ended up being like brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Like they proceeded just being siblings. Like a line I remember he said, he actually said to Phil, but we gotta see if this actually comes full circle. The only time we kind of seen the family treat him as family was when they all hugged after Phil dropped out of the race. But to go back to like Fresh Prince, he said, "Yeah, I came here a relative, but now I feel like I'm part of the family." So Will and Carlton was like, "Yeah, you are part of the family. You know, you're more than just my cousin at this point. You helped me out of a dark place." So I'm glad that he finally acknowledged that, because the whole premise, I had to like relook at Carlton's character. It wasn't that he was necessarily just hating on Will. He felt that he was going through all this. I mean, the fact that he had a drug addiction, come on.
Yeah.
He was being ignored.
Mm-hmm.
And Will didn't ignore him.
Right.
And that's why he said what he said to Lisa.
I ain't giving him no pass for being a bitch ass. I'm sorry.
I
hear what you're saying.
I know. Hey, didn't I say that there's a difference in how you and me would approach this? And that's why I said it. I understand, and then you like, no, I don't understand that.
I hear you, but nah, I get it. You're right, but he was a bitch ass.
But him treating Will like crap was not necessary, but he was being ignored by his family.
He was, for sure.
And he just had his anger displaced. His anger should have been at his father, but it was at Will. So fortunately, that seems to have been rectified recently. And Phil is even trying to do his part to make sure he's taking care of his son. So we'll see how that plays out in season 2. But let's get to this last part. So at the end of the show, Jazz.
Yeah, basically.
Finds Will at the spot where he stopped him in the first episode when Will first got to LA, and they looked out over the horizon in the valley or whatever. And, you know, this place will try to change you, blah, 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 all that good stuff. So he finds him, and Will gives his little speech or whatever, and he drops the nobody. It feels like nobody wants me line. How did y'all feel about the nobody wants me? Like, it didn't work for me, I don't think.
It didn't work for me.
Nah.
Because Jazz told him there's literally a house full of people that want you. Like, what? What are we talking about here?
Yeah, it went from, you could go to this mansion or go to one of the most populated places in the world, and try to find you somewhere for like 6 figures. Which one do you want to choose?
6. That's you lucky get 6. That's
what
not
I'm
part.
saying. I ain't say gonna be nice.
Oh, got you.
So Bibbs, I know you watch Double Toasted. I'm not sure how often, but have you ever listened to any of their reviews where they refer to a character as the magical mystical Negro?
Yes.
Jazz is becoming the magical mystical Negro to Will right now, because they not even friends at this point. Like, I don't even see their friendship. Jazz just be coming by dropping knowledge every time. Like,
Not just knowledge.
Like, he's dropping bars. Like,
again, not just dropping bars.
And penis.
His
so
cousin.
Yeah, he dropping penis in his cousin.
Hillary.
So yeah, shout out to Jazz, GTD. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, Jazz really spitting. Then it hits me, why we only see him when he giving wisdom to Will? Like, the last time they had a real conversation was on the basketball court. What was he doing? Dropping bars.
Yeah. I was gonna say, if we didn't see him with Hillary, I would ask if Jazz is a real person at this point.
Facts.
Like, he just be appearing. He just be
the only element of Jazz from the original is that he just randomly pops up.
Oh man!
But this time they didn't just give him like goofy things to say or do. I want to say the good old Jeffrey Towns had something to do with that. He said, "Can this time I not be on some like extra stuff? Can I actually be a good character? Can Jazz be rewritten as a wise entrepreneurial brother?"
I think I'm gonna give some.
And you know the dead giveaway is, what does he do for a living?
Work at a record shop. I want a record shop. Excuse me.
Yeah, and what does Jeffrey Towns actually do in real life?
I don't know that man.
DJ Jesse Jeff.
Oh, I thought you. I'm sorry.
He's a DJ.
Yeah.
So I said, Jazzy Jeff said, "Yeah, we not finna play Jazz in this one."
Yeah,
and he gets Hillary.
That too. Do you think he'll show up at any point in the series?
At this point, I think everybody's gonna get a fair shake.
Okay,
I really do.
Everybody
I think Janet. Yeah. Why would you do that? But yeah, Janet Hubert, I definitely probably gonna pop up.
I think so. Yeah.
Like Jazz. I won't be surprised if Alfonso pops up. Whatever. I was like, not.
The only person I don't want to pop up is Will, to be honest.
That's what I'm saying.
Nia Long gonna show up at some point?
All right. It's not necessary.
Tyra Banks gonna show up?
Not necessary. But I hope in the next season, Will ditches Lisa's ass and gets with the Tyra Banks character.
I need that. I need like he could circle back to Lisa maybe in the future or something, whatever.
Just like all know,
I need him to have a different lady next.
Just season. Like we all know that Mark is eventually leaving Amber and getting with Adam Eve.
Facts.
But like it's Bel Air. Like he's 17. He'll need to be locked down with Lisa. Lisa clearly is very selfish.
She does not care about him at all.
It is a selfish woman.
Go drink some more. She got to deal.
Go drink some more coffee, man.
She got some things she need to deal with. Will don't need.
Nah. Switch that to tea, man. You need to chill out.
At this point, it probably wasn't even Carlton's fault.
Damn.
Ooh.
You know what? Maybe Carlton don't need to be dealing
Reese,
with her.
You magical mystical Negro.
But no, you're right. Like 100%. I was having the same thought. Like, wait a minute, we never see Will and Jazz just hanging out having a good time. Like he's always there to be a
he's not at the party necessarily. He just pops up.
Even with Hillary,
like,
it was
no, Will.
Besides the bed scene, even with Hillary, he's always
he always called. No, she always called. And then he was just like, "Oh, you don't think I'm just popping up, out of the good nature of my heart." First off, I'm I'm gonna give you this knowledge, and then I'm gonna give you something else. So, like that's just how it's going down, Miss Ma'am. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully.
Oh, that was hilarious. Man, this series. Is there anything that didn't happen that y'all wanted to see?
Not really.
Nah,
I
it's a
mean,
perfect arc. Well,
yeah.
not a perfect arc, but it's a good arc.
Yeah, I'm
To
not asking for too much because
to
I know we getting another season, so it's not like everything is. The only thing I really wanted to see was the Will's dad joint, like Will's dad show up this season, and we got that. So I ain't tripping.
Yeah, and the beauty of it is, like, somehow the show remained unpredictable. Like we thought we knew how things were gonna go, and then it went a different way.
Right.
And that's all I asked for in this show.
And it wasn't forced drama either. Like everything felt natural, felt like things were supposed to happen. So yeah.
And even leaving on a cliffhanger of him running away.
We know he's gonna be back.
He'll be back, and it's a show. It's a coming of age show, right? Like he's trying to figure out who he is, what he is. He just had a lot dropped in his lap with his dad showing up in this episode, finding out his family knew where his dad was the entire time and lied to him for his entire life. Finding out Lisa's trash. I'm just kidding.
She is.
I mean, yeah, but he still wants her for whatever reason. God bless his heart. The stuff that he's been through, him not wanting to be around people, is a great way to leave it. I'm curious how it's going to come in next season. Do you guys have any major expectations for how next season's going to go?
Man.
one
Anything
will better
you
pick
want
that
next
mansion.
season?
Better pick that mansion instead of suffering and just working in the record store.
The first thing I'll say is I think Will's going to end up in the guest house.
Yeah, the beach house like he used to in the
Right.
as Charles would say FP.
Like they already established it's there because Hillary was living in it.
Right.
She's gone. So I think Will move. When he comes back, I think he'll end up there.
I think most of the overarching story of that season, I don't think Lou is gone for good.
No, he can't be.
I don't think Lou is gone for good, but I think the repairing of relationships, like Will and Lisa, Will and his aunt and uncle, Uncle Phil and Jeffrey. I think we learn more about Jeffrey next season because they can't just drop stuff like that with his son and then just never go back to it. Like,
Right.
So yeah, I think relationships will be the theme. Like not even just repairing of relationships, like relationships in general. Hillary and Ivy, So we'll see.
Do you think Will's gonna have been away for a while? How quickly do we think Will's coming back?
I think he's coming back very quickly.
Like beginning of the first episode, or
yeah,
is time gonna have passed? Like how long? Like when I say how long, I don't mean
like a time jump type thing
in the episode. Yeah, like will there be a time jump? Like has he been out there living with
maybe
Jazz,
a few days? Yeah, maybe he been staying with Jazz for a few days or.
It always sucks when they do that, but yeah, it's probably gonna be like a few weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which will make as long as it's a few weeks and not a few months.
I can get on board with that.
Yeah.
Because they're still in the middle of the school year, and he's a senior, right?
No, junior.
Is he a junior? I knew Carlton was a junior, but I thought Will was supposed to be a.
I think
they're talking about him going to college next year or after the year. So
I think he's a junior.
But the fact that he turned 17 in January, that would mean that he should be a junior.
Yeah, because they talk about this is the most important year for a student, and usually that's your junior year because that's when you really start looking, as opposed to your senior year. Like, especially for athletes, like you start getting those offers either during or before your senior year. Like that's when they really start looking, like when you're 17. So
yeah, but the way they set it up made it seem like he was a senior for whatever reason.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, because I think at some point they mentioned like you moved in the middle of your senior year. Like that was one of the things that was suspicious. Like you decided you wanted Carlton is for sure a junior.
Right.
I know for like he's like the junior class president or some crap, but I'm pretty sure Will's supposed to be a year ahead of him, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like they definitely mentioned like him moving in the middle of his senior year at least twice as being suspicious. When he said like I left for a better education, it's like in the middle of your senior year, really. So besides between that and like them talking about him like this being his last season, I guess before he goes to VCU, those are the two things that made me think he must be a senior. With that said, either way, like he has to finish out the school year. I'm sure he's still going to be going to school, so he's going to be running into Lisa and Carlton. I think that's where the conversations are going to begin, and I think maybe him getting on Jazz's nerves is going to be how he gets out and going back to the house. But like say maybe he drops the things are going to be different line or whatever the case may be. Like I still need to y'all still got to earn my trust back.
Yeah, for sure.
Is Michael Ealy gonna make his move on Aunt Viv?
Yes.
You think so?
Like I said, relationships and the Green-Eyed Devil is.
How do we think Viv handles this?
I'm not sure, but I'm not 100% sure that she doesn't take the bait either.
I'm not either. I feel like they're setting it up for her to slip.
Yep.
In that regard.
Definitely, because like I said, the whole stress and the conversation she was having between, like, not only the I can't think of that lady name, Daphne Maxwell Reed's character, and basically how she feels about how Phil was like neglecting her and her dreams. Yeah, she gonna slip. Yeah, I mean it's all good right now, but she's still gonna have like, yeah, this is cool, but
only take a moment.
This man loves my art, but this man doesn't. Yeah, that's all it takes.
It just take one moment for her to be mad.
Ooh, when they find when she find out what he did at that auction,
possibly.
Where she find out where that money came from.
What else do we have there? Is Ashley gonna be a character that we care about by the end of season 2?
No.
Y'all don't think so? Oh man, I'm trying to.
What come out to the family and then fade into the background.
Okay, yeah, I don't need her to have relationship drama in the background. They got to find something else. She's gonna be in the high school next season, or no, next season will still be the same year. So never mind. What else do we have? Hillary's situation should be fine with Ivy. Carlton. The drugs.
That's what's gonna.
Is he gonna slip?
Hey, that's what's gonna bring Will back to the house.
Think he's gonna slip?
I think that once Will realize, oh man, I meant that much to him. Yeah, that's just gonna bring him back to the house.
Yeah, that's why I said I picture like them having a conversation at school or something. And Carlton be like, "Man, I really need you back. I'm struggling or something like that." Maybe. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm glad they got the 2 seasons up front because it allowed them to put together storylines that they could carry over into a season 2. I'm hoping that they get the season 3 extension before season 2 airs, so they can weave storylines that way from season 2 to season 3 as well. Because it's dangerous in this current landscape of TV where they cancel shows like that.
No, definitely.
And it's gonna suck if we end up with like no resolution on some stuff.
And I need all that.
Yeah, I want Will to be talking to another girl. That's the other thing.
That's 100% a need. Like,
if Lisa's still wilding, I need him to be talking to another girl. Like, it don't have to last. It don't have to be serious. He could just be, doing his thing with some dumb bimbo. I just need him to talk to somebody else.
That was a little unnecessary.
I'm just saying, he just got to find him a dumb LA Valley girl or something. I don't know. Yeah, he could go find a deep girl later, but I need him to step away from Lisa for a minute.
Jesus.
She's annoying.
Dumb bimbo.
I'm sorry, I was trying to use the terminology that they used back in the original Fresh Prince days.
I hear you.
I'm sorry, some young woman who is not of class.
Or trying to be Jeffrey.
All right, y'all. This has been the Bel Air finale recap. First season. I think we've all decided it was a hit. I'm giving it 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. For all the haters who only made it past the first 2 episodes, Goofy, go watch it. Go watch the full thing.
Watch the show, man.
It gets better.
It does. And probably will in season 2 now that they're going to have a lot of data, what people are saying. So Matthew Cherry, shout out to him. Morgan Cooper, shout out to Morgan Cooper. The whole cast, I can't say a single role is wasted so far besides Ashley. But even the actress, she's doing her thing as far as what they're giving her to work with. Like she's a believable, annoying little sister so far at a bare minimum. So I'm excited for season 2. Can't wait for it. We'll see if we get a date at any point. Peacock, do the right thing. Extend the show. Give them 2 more seasons. If you're smart. But with that, peace, folks. See you next time. I don't know what I'm reviewing next. We'll see what happens.